What's going on, everyone? Gilman back with another video with our daily Apple update video. So we'll be taking a look at Apple stock, how it traded today, how the market overall traded today, as well as what the future could look like for Apple. So real quick, let's get right into it. But if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. It really helps us out. If you want to like the video, comment down below if you're in Apple or what you think the future for Apple could look like. So let's get right into it. Taking a look at the one-day chart here, what we see, let me get rid of the indicators, but what we see here is overall great day for Apple. $4 up, about 4%, 3.76% up, which is a great move for, again, a company like Apple. The Dow was up 354 points, so a great day for the market overall, but only 1.32% there. And then the S&P 500 was up as well, but again 1.61. So Apple significantly, I mean, we could even take a look at Google, 1.17% in the green, even the QQQs, NASDAQ. So QQQs were up 2.32% as well, but Apple once again was better off, right? Apple once again did pretty well, and it was up almost 4%, 3.76%. Now, one thing that I kind of was doing at the beginning of the day, and hence you see these lines still here, is I drew these trend lines because that's the trend that Apple was following, and it did so for the first couple hours. So feel free, I mean, the trend doesn't work for the entire day, but then if we kind of see here, what happened was, probably starting at this point, actually, it traded sideways for a little bit. So drawing this line and drawing this other trend line. I drew it kind of too high, but whatever. So it's kind of trading sideways, up and down, and then for the last, kind of half of the day, it again took that push higher, which is great. And as you can see, this time the range, the high and the low of the lines are lower, which means it was trading in a much smaller range, meaning it wasn't, from here, for example, it was going from 110.80s to 109, so it was like $1 range. Here we kind of see it was trading around this 111s for a while, made a late push to close, but then kind of dropped with that last red candle on the 1-minute chart. So overall, great day for Apple. Went up, took a little break, went up. So yeah, let me get rid of these lines now that we've kind of seen them. But one thing that I do want to point out is, overall really strong day for Apple, but one thing that I kind of wish we did was I kind of wish that we tested the VWAP. So as you can see, the chart looks pretty strong, but for me, if we test the VWAP, which we did, at the beginning of the day, then it would be kind of great going into next week, kind of coming off the VWAP, or if the VWAP was a bit higher. Right now, this gap, it's always kind of uncertain, if you will, because a lot of times with a large VWAP gap, it could gap down to try to hit that VWAP. Doesn't mean it stays there, right? It could go right back up, but it could visit that. So that's one thing. The other thing going into sort of next week that I could see is, I'm going to bring the moving averages back up, is we are hitting up right against this 50-day moving average line, which is at 111.92. We're technically above it. We're at 112.28 right now. But if we look at this 111.92 point on the one-day chart, it's right here. Let's see, where is it? Right, so it kind of hovered around there for a while. It did go above it, but it could be something to look at. If we do establish kind of we're clearly over it, right, since this happened within the last hour of the day, that could be a good sign. That means it could make a push towards the 20-day moving average line, which is around 116. But if we kind of struggle to hold that, then it could signal that we don't necessarily have the momentum to break through the 50-day moving average line. And then we'll kind of see how that goes. But another thing to point out is that we are in a time right now where we are waiting on a lot of news, right? So we've got news on the stimulus bill, which, they've, I think, proposed a new one this week. I'll try to make a video on it sometime soon on what the status of that looks like. But we also have the vaccine news potentially coming out with, I think it's Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna. Those three companies, I think, are in their phase 3 trials. So they should know, I think Pfizer said by October sometime, or maybe even early November. So once they do announce something, hopefully positive, that can be a positive catalyst. And the third thing specifically for Apple is the iPhone release. Now, iPhone is one of the biggest revenue generators for Apple to this day. So if they announce the date of that, even though I think a lot of people are expecting it to be in October, once they announce it, that's definitely going to be good news for the company. So between the stimulus bill, the vaccine, and the iPhone news, I think personally there's a lot of great catalysts coming for Apple. I mean, assuming the stimulus bill gets passed, assuming the vaccine does well, and it's going to be released sometime soon. All of those could make the stock pop a little, but on the other hand, if it doesn't get, the stimulus doesn't pass, or we get some sort of a fight in the Senate between the Democrats and the Republicans, then, that could take a hit on the overall market. And Apple, being such a large company, could be seeing the downturn of that as well. So with that, that's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, share in the comment section below what you want us to do other than these Apple's daily stock videos. But yeah, that's all I had. Hope you guys all have a good weekend. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.